हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि क्या सेविंग्स बढ़ने से कोई इकोनॉमिक। इसका जवाब जो हैरड डोमर मॉडल ने दिया है वो जान के आप चकित हो जाएंगे। उनका मानना है कि इकोनॉमी का ग्रोथ सेविंग्स और इन्वेस्टमेंट। द हैरड डोमर ग्रोथ मॉडल इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट थ्योरी इन मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स डेवलपमेंट economics, which explains economic growth depends on savings and investment. So investment is also called capital formation. This theory was developed by Harrod and Domer. This model became very influential in development policies of developing countries like India in its early 5-year plans. Harrod-Domer model says an economy grows when people save and invest more. According to theory, savings creates investment and investment increased capital stock. More capital leads to higher production and income. So hence economic growth occurs. Core idea of the model is economic growth depends on two things. First is savings ratio, which is the portion of national income that people save. Where G is the growth rate, G is equal to S by V. G is economic growth rate, S is saving ratio, and V is output ratio, capital output ratio. So economic growth rate depends on two things we have discussed, that is S a portion of the portion of national income which people save. So S is savings and S by V is capital ratio, capital savings and investment ratio, N is national income. Y is national income. If people save more funds become available for investment. Now we discuss capital output ratio. This shows how much capital is needed to produce 1 unit of output. So B is equal to K, where K is capital is stock and Y is output. Lower capital output ratio means capital is used efficiently. Now comes main formula of Harrod-Domer model growth rate is that where G is the growth rate, S by V is savings, S is the saving ratio, V is capital output ratio. V is capital output ratio by. So interpretation of formula: growth increases when savings increase, capital efficiency improves, and growth decreases when savings are low, capital output ratio is high. Capital output ratio is high means more capital is giving less output. Suppose we will understand it with an example. Suppose saving ratio S is 20, capital output ratio B is 4, then formula is given G is equal to S by V. So it will be G is equal to 20 by 4 is equal to 5%. So economy will grow at 5% annually. Then economy will grow at 5%, 20 divided by 4. Harrod-Domer model is based on some assumptions. First assumption is fixed capital output ratio, means the relationship between capital and output remains constant. Second is full employment, means economy initially operates at full employment level. All the resources are employed. Third is saving is equal to investment. This follows the Keynesian framework. So whatever is saved is being invested. Fourth is constant marginal propensity to save. That propensity to save is fixed. It is not increasing, not decreasing. People save a constant proportion of income, suppose 20% or 30%. So it is constant. Assumption number 5 is there is no government intervention. The limited role of government is there according to this model. Closed economy, no foreign trade is there. So then Harrod says there are 3 growth rates in Harrod's theory, which are different growth rates. First is actual growth rate. At the actual rate of growth rate is that rate at which economy grows. Second is warranted growth rate at which producers are satisfied and equilibrium exists is called warranted growth rate. Then comes third is natural growth rate. It is denoted by GN. So actual maximum possible growth rate is the natural growth rate is maximum possible growth rate based on It is based on population growth, labor force growth, technological progress. So actual growth rate is denoted by G, warranted growth rate is denoted by GW, and natural growth rate is denoted by GN. Now knife edge problem is there. What is it? A famous feature of Harrod-Domar model is knife edge problem or instability, which means the actual growth rate deviates slightly from the warranted growth. So G deviates from GW and the economy becomes unstable. अगर एक्चुअल ग्रोथ रेट जो कि जी है वो डेविएट करता है GW से तो इकोनॉमी अनस्टेबल बन जाती है, जो कि लीडिंग आइदर टू इन्फ्लेशन और अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. इससे या तो इन्फ्लेशन होता है या तो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ ग्रोथ इज ग्रेटर देन actual growth is greater than warranted growth rate, it leads to inflationary boom. If growth rate is less than warranted growth rate, recession, it leads to recession and unemployment. Hence, equilibrium is very unstable. Importance of this model in economics, it is the basis of development planning used in developing countries for growth targets. India's early 5-year plans used this model extensively. Second is highlights importance of savings. This model emphasizes the domestic savings, capital formation, and investment planning. Third, explains role of investment. Investment has dual role. It creates demand. If money is invested, then money comes in the hand of people, then people start demanding. The demand for things start increasing. It increases productive capacity. When investment is there, then productive capacity increases. But this model is criticized on the following ground, that is, its assumptions are unrealistic. Capital output ratio is not constant. In reality, it ignores technology. Technological progress is largely neglected in this model. No price mechanism, price and interest rates are ignored. Instability problem, we have seen that economy is unstable, so it makes the model more unrealistic. Overemphasis on capital, human capital, and innovations are ignored. So these are the negative or criticism points of Harrod-Domar model. So if you like this video, please share and comment economic models, then you will get more. Thank you.